Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my small kitchen. Nutrition is a big deal in my family. For the most part, I try to go ahead and cook things that are low on fat, low on calories. Lots of baked things go on in here. So the reason why I'm here today, I want to go ahead and speak with you guys about the fried egg sandwich and why this is a good source of protein, even though it might be a little bit high on calories, but it still jumpstarts your day if you guys were to have it in the morning time. So over here I have my supplies. I have my toaster, my egg, cheese, and 2 slices of wheat bread. Wheat bread always makes a little bit more healthier, gives you that much more of a boost, so I prefer to use wheat bread. Toaster, obviously, I like my bread toasted when I eat my egg sandwich. Any other way or any other time, it's just because I'm in a rush. So let's go ahead and let's start the preparations by cracking our egg and getting our egg started. And right at first, I don't crack the yolk right away. I like it to go ahead and gather some egg whiteness, I guess we can call it. So we'll go ahead and we'll let that simmer on down just a little bit so that it can get cooked up. While we're waiting on that, I want to go ahead and talk about the calories that this particular egg sandwich holds inside of itself. So the calorie intake for this egg sandwich is a total of 290. Now that is broken down into 3 pieces, which is basically what we're using for our meal here. So bread starting at 140 using 2 wheat slices. Each slice is about 70 calories altogether. So the 1 large egg that I'm using is 80 calories. And then the slice of cheese is 70 calories. So again, a total of 290. Yes, it could be a little bit higher than normal meals or just an on-the-go sandwich. However, though, it gives us protein. And you can go ahead and reduce the calories as well by removing the cheese. If you go ahead and remove the cheese, it'll drop it down to about 250 calories. So, but then again, cheese is part of the food group, so we definitely want to keep that in mind as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take a peek here at our egg. I think I'm going to go ahead and just wait just a few more minutes for that to go ahead and collect before I pop my yolk. I just want to make sure that it's perfect for me to eat. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on to our food pyramid here. So here I went ahead and just made a basic food pyramid. Breads, veggies, fruit, dairy, meat, poultry, fish, and then my favorite, which is the sweets, fats, and oils. My favorite part of the whole pyramid. However, though, we'd like to try to eat smart. What I've done is I've marked the areas where our egg sandwich hits. And obviously it hits the breads, also hits the dairy because of the cheese, and also the egg. And then also hits the meat, poultry, and fish section. Now that section was a little weird. Wasn't weird, but they just put a lot of things in there. There's beans and other things that go into this section. So again, eggs can also go into that section as well. So let's go ahead. That's our food group. Let's go ahead and let's check on our egg and let's get this started here. I'm going to go ahead and crack it now. I think it's ready for that. Not too much ready to be flipped, but definitely ready to be cracked. And we'll go ahead and we'll flip it here very shortly. Now, what we can do with our bread is we can add butter if we would like to. I tend to put just a little smidge of it at times, not all the time, just depends on if you want that buttery taste. For this demonstration, I won't go ahead and put any kind of butter on it, but it is important to go ahead and use wheat bread because it does bring more nutrients into your body than white bread does. I like white bread, but wheat bread is going to be better for this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my egg here. And we're going to let that cook for just a little bit. And then once we're done with this section, we'll go ahead and we'll add the cheese, get the cheese rolling with it, and then we'll go ahead and put our toast down and we'll start making our toast and getting that together as well. And that's cooking up beautifully. Go ahead and let that simmer. I am going to go ahead and add just a little bit of salt in here. I like to put just a little tiny bit, and the salt that I happen to be using is the Morton's Fine Sea Salt. They say that sea salt is better for you as far as your calorie intakes because there are no kind of calories. So it's a lot better than just regular salt. So adding this kind of salt, this is the kind of salt that we eat on our foods. So adding this kind of salt I think is beneficial for our egg sandwich as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip it. And at this time, we're gonna go ahead and put our bread in. Let's put our bread down. And I have my toaster set at 2. Some have like medium, light, dark. I'm gonna go ahead and set it at 2, which is kind of like a medium darkish kind of deal. I like it to be crispy, but not too crispy and not burnt. So we're gonna go ahead and let that simmer on there and get that together so that our bread can be ready. Coming back to our egg, still cooking pretty well. Don't want to add the cheese quite yet, so I think I'll let that go for just a few more minutes before I add the cheese. And this cheese is just regular 100% Kraft cheese. Nothing special, nothing at all. So that's pretty much what I like to use, all natural stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there because it's starting to make some noise. Go ahead and get that together. And we'll let that cook just a little bit. So here, once that starts melting, we'll go ahead and we'll put our sandwich together. Looks like our bread is still toasting for the most part, so pretty good stuff. And it is starting to melt. Break that piece right there off. And we'll leave that piece, but I like that piece broke off right there. Still cooking up very well. If the cheese is spread evenly and it cooks evenly on the egg, that's what makes it that much more better for me. So that's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off since our cheese is melting quite quickly. Check on our bread one more time. I think I'm good with that texture. Nice and toasty texture. And let's go ahead and let's get our egg on there. Safety first, everything is off. And voila, we have our egg sandwich. We have our bread, our egg, and our cheese, hitting 3 different groups in our food pyramid. So we are all set and ready to go. And again, healthy snack, better than grabbing some donuts or anything like that. Take a few moments. It didn't take very long to make it. So just take a few moments extra in the morning. Make your egg sandwich, have your protein, have everything ready, good to go. And then you guys will be all set. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this sandwich, and we'll see you soon.